All right, Bolts Nation, buckle up because we're diving into a lightning storm of Chargers news that'll have you buzzing. Today, we're dropping 4 massive updates that could shake up our entire 2025 NFL season. We've got drama in the offense, a breakout star on defense, and a game that's already sparking major hype. Is our team ready to electrify the league? I know you're dying to find out, so grab a seat, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive into the action. Which stories got you hyped? Drop it in the comments. Here's the deal, Bolts Nation, my heart's racing just thinking about this one. Our offense is poised to light up the NFL, but a curveball just hit us hard. Ladd McConkey, the wide receiver who struck like lightning last season, is dealing with a minor injury, per head coach Jim Harbaugh. He dropped this bombshell before Tuesday's practice, saying McConkey's sitting out for now. The word injury alone makes any fan's stomach drop, right? But hold up, let's break this down and figure out what's really going on with our star. McConkey, a second-round pick, played like a top 10 talent last year. He became Justin Herbert's go-to guy, snagging impossible catches and leaving defenses in the dust. The hope was he'd carry that momentum into 2025, but this injury news throws a wrench in the hype. Harbaugh kept it vague, just calling it minor, and stressing the goal is to have McConkey 100% by September when the real games kick off. So don't expect to see him in Thursday's Hall of Fame game against the Lions. Big names like him usually skip preseason anyway, but this still has us on edge. What does this mean for our offense? The Chargers came into camp focused on beefing up their receiver room. Rookies like Trey Harris and Keandre Lambert-Smith are stepping up, and McConkey's brief absence could be their chance to shine. But let's be real. Without McConkey at full strength, Herbert's plan A takes a hit. Fans are split on X. Some say it's just precaution. Others are freaking out, begging to wrap McConkey in bubble wrap until week 1. You feeling calm or sweating bullets? Strategically, this forces us to test our depth. If Harris and Lambert-Smith seize this moment, we could have a versatile, explosive attack. But the priority is clear. McConkey needs to be ready for the season opener. An offense with him, Herbert and the rookies could be unstoppable. But any hiccup in his recovery could spell trouble. And while we're chewing on that, there's something else brewing that'll have you jumping out of your seat. While we're still reeling from the McConkey scare, here comes another jolt to fire up Bolts Nation. Our GM, Joe Ortiz, is proving he's a draft wizard, and the 2025 class is already turning heads. But there's one name flying under the radar. Kyle Kennard, our 4th-round pick and former SEC Defensive Player of the Year. This guy's been a beast in training camp. And here's the kicker. Defensive coordinator Jesse Minter confirmed Kennard suiting up for Thursday's Hall of Fame game against the Lions. Why is this a big deal? Kennard's a pass rusher with serious upside. He racked up 11.5 sacks in 12 games in the SEC, one of the toughest conferences out there. Yet somehow he's not getting the same love as other rookies in his class. Maybe it's because he's in a stacked edge rusher room with studs like Khalil Mack, Tuli Tuipulotu, and Bud Dupree. Right now, he's edge 4, but Thursday's game could be his shot to climb the depth chart. On X, some fans are calling him the draft's biggest steal, while others say he's got to prove it against the big dogs. This could be huge for our defense. We've already got heavy hitters, but adding a guy like Kennard, who's 23, turning 24 in December, and NFL ready, could make our pass rush a nightmare for QBs. History's on his side. 5 of the last 6 SEC Defensive Players of the Year are now Pro Bowlers. The only exception, Dallas Turner, a first-rounder still finding his footing. Kennard slid in the draft due to his age, but that just means he's primed to make an impact now. What's the fan vibe? X is buzzing with some saying Kennard's gonna shock the league, while others are skeptical, pointing to Mack and company. Thursday's game is his first chance to show what he's got. If he flashes that QB hunting instinct, he could start shifting the conversation on defense. And while we're dreaming of sacks, there's another story coming that'll keep you glued to the screen. The energy's electric, Bolts Nation, because this next story's got my heart pounding. We're 2 days away from the 2025 preseason opener, the Hall of Fame game against the Lions, and it's time for our young guns to shine. Stealing the spotlight, Trey Harris, our 2025 second-round pick. This rookie wide receiver is already making waves, and on Monday, he pulled off a play in practice that's got everyone talking. Want the details? Hold tight, because this one's a game changer. Picture this. Justin Herbert fires an absolute rocket, a pass that screams, "No way anyone catches that." Enter Trey Harris, who snags it with ice-cold confidence, making it look like a walk in the park. On X, the practice clips are blowing up with fans shouting, "This kid's the real deal." What's wild is that Harris and Herbert have barely practiced together, yet their connection's already clicking like they've been teammates for years. That's trust, and in the NFL, that's pure gold. What's the impact? Harris is cementing himself as a key piece in an offense that's being rebuilt to dominate. With McConkey sidelined for now, this rookie's got a golden opportunity to step up. Fans on X are split. Some are bold enough to say Harris could outshine McConkey down the road, while others are preaching patience. But one thing's clear. Plays like Mondays show he's not here to mess around. Strategically, this signals our offense is gaining serious depth. If Harris keeps this up, we could have a receiver trio that keeps defensive coordinators up at night. The Hall of Fame game is his first shot to prove it against live competition, and the hype's through the roof. Can he deliver under the lights? And while we're buzzing about this new-look Chargers offense, there's one more story that'll have you itching to hit the comments. And just when you thought the hype couldn't get bigger, Bolts Nation, here comes another spark to light up your week. The Hall of Fame game against the Lions this Thursday isn't just a preseason warm-up. It's a chance for our revamped offense to flex its muscle. And who's front and center? You guessed it, Trey Harris, our second-round rookie wide receiver who's already got fans dreaming big. That unreal catch he made in Monday's practice is still trending, and what's coming next might just blow the roof off. Let's rewind to that play. Herbert unleashed a bullet, a pass that looked untouchable. But Harris, he grabbed it like it was nothing, showing the kind of poise you expect from a vet. On X, fans are losing it, posting stuff like, Herbert and Harris are about to take over the NFL. What's crazy is this connection's just getting started with only a handful of practices under their belts. That's not just skill, it's chemistry that could redefine our offense. Why's this huge? With McConkey nursing a minor injury, Harris is stepping into the spotlight. He's proving he's more than a rookie. He's a potential game changer. On X, some fans are betting he'll have a breakout moment against the Lions, while others are keeping expectations in check, noting it's just preseason. Either way, the buzz is undeniable. From a strategy standpoint, this shows the Chargers are building a young, hungry offense. Harris, paired with Lambert Smith and a healthy McConkey, could form a trio that makes defenses sweat. Thursday's game is the first real test, and while Herbert might only play a snap or two, Harris has a chance to steal the show. Will he keep the magic going? And while we're riding this high, let's wrap it up with a spark that'll send you straight to the comments. What a day to be a Chargers fan, Bolts Nation. From McConkey's injury scare to Kennard's breakout potential and Trey Harris lighting up practice, our team's got the juice for 2025. These stories scream one thing: the Chargers are building something special. Harris and Herbert's budding connection could be lethal. Kennard's ready to hunt QBs, and McConkey's recovery is the key to unlocking our offense. The Hall of Fame game's just the start. Our season's about to shock the NFL. What's got you most pumped? Is Harris the next big thing? Will Kennard steal the show? Drop your take below, hit that like, subscribe, and let's charge up together.